Contestant number 5, come on out, please. Watch your step. There you go. Name, age, what you do for a living, and some fun facts about yourself.
Let me pause. Sorry about that. I had to go off screen for a second. All right, we have another one. And she seems to be of the petite stature. Short haircut. Outfit is nice. It seems like a nice little first date kind of outfit, going somewhere prestigious, kind of sit down and sip some tea, eat something high class kind of thing. Maybe it was a bad pause, but she seems very like unbothered, interesting.
Very beautiful in person. Like, we were complimenting her. Like, we were like, girl, what? Like, she just gave fairy. Very bubbly personality. She's an open book, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same. She's very beautiful. Right off bat, the first thing that came to my mind is like, why are you on this show? Like, you're single? I'm not getting it. Just right off bat, just from the looks. So, I'll give her like 28, 27.
Yeah.
28. I'm going 28.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
my name is Kay. I'm 26.
Oh, okay. We
close.
Yeah, we put 2 extra years on her.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
I do for a living. I work at a law firm. And for fun, I like to write music and sing and record.
That's what it is.
Amazing. All right, so what's your ideal like first date? What's some things like you like to do?
My ideal first date, I'm pretty simple. We can go to a sip and paint. We can walk on the beach. We can chill at the park. I don't like to do too much. I don't really be outside like that. So, stuff like that.
All right. And what's something like that no one knows about you?
Something nobody knows about me. Hidden. I'm an open book. So if we can get to the part to where I got some secrets, then you really know me.
Wow. She had a kid 4 years ago?
All right, fellas, turn around. Meet contestant number 5.
Fellas.
All right. Perfect. We have no pop so far.
Okay.
Let me not jinx it. Normally like pop. So just off the rip, I'm going to have you pop 2 balloons.
2 balloons with no toothpick in my hand. And I just point to them and they pop them themselves?
Hey.
Clutch.
They gave us toothpicks.
So,
I wasn't sure if it was noodles or knives or... Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. But so y'all were using toothpicks.
Yeah, they gave us all toothpicks. I think she just left hers back there. I don't know why she called them out like that, but they gave us toothpicks.
Right.
In the back, our own toothpicks, yeah.
First appearance.
Shoot, okay. Sorry, baby, you're real handsome. I love the side you got going on.
All right, and one more.
Confidence.
Damn, like she just went through the whole balloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name, age, what you do.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this hot take. It's like she gives me like Dom vibes, bro. Like she controls this.
Oh, this like she might step on the glass.
Yeah.
They were calling her Jada Pickett in the live stream. Like.
Oh,
yeah. She got that Jada energy on her right now. She just walked up and like just, she's, yeah.
I can't unsee that now.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. It's on there. Yeah.
So, how you doing?
I'm all right.
My name's Sean. I'm a full-time artist.
Wow, she's
self-employed.
Too.
What else? You said
what do you do for a living?
That's it.
And then why you probably going? Obviously, one of the two.
I don't want to be colorist here, but I'm sorry. I have a very light-skinned family, and I just need to keep the melanin going in there. So it's more than just superficial. I need that bloodline to keep going.
Is that the third one?
We sure would. We sure would. You're very handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, you
are. All right. Name, age, what you do for a living?
My name is Michael. How you doing? 31. I'm in the military, Army, and I do acting, and I'm a model as well.
Okay. And why'd you pop your balloon? Why'd you pop his balloon? Sorry.
Oh my God. I don't mean to be disrespectful. You kind of remind me of my baby daddy. It's not disrespectful. Don't know your personality. Things are different.
Isn't that so they probably pop for the kid, right?
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
But isn't another sign of insult? And this is a question, genuine question. Is it a sign of insult to be said that you remind me of my baby daddy, my baby mama, or something like that? Or is it just a genuine observation? Because I just feel like if I heard that, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah, it's a turn off. Yes. I think if they do remind you of it, just keep it to yourself. I would not go to a date and tell her that she reminds me of an ex, or that you remind me of, some other woman that I've had dealings with. Like, why? Unless you're trying to shoot yourself in the foot.
Right.
I mean, it's better than getting with someone or liking them and saying, you remind me of the father of my child or someone I used to be with. Now you're the Timu version of who they really love or want to be with.
But again, that's if they tell you. Like, let's say you're dating a guy, and then you meet or you see a picture of his ex, and then you see that there's a lot of similarities, but he's never told you that you look like an ex. Is that okay?
It's happened to me. I actually met my doppelganger
But
through an ex.
But you didn't feel any kind of way about it, did you? Or
I think I was so nonchalant about it. I'm like, oh, I guess he has a type.
I was just thinking that. Oh, he's got a type. All his girlfriends look like me.
But like when me and her met up, people thought we were twin sisters. Like the face is exact.
Oh.
But people have a type, I guess. But I feel like what happened was though, like he was cheating on her with me, and I wasn't aware. So it's just like, why would you cheat with the same exact?
That's weird.
It's weird, but also like I'm not gonna like be searching for my next partner to look like my last partner either.
Yeah, I guess he was just going with the flow with it, whatever. I guess he was just getting all the types of his type that he could get or something. I don't know. That's weird. I don't understand.
But I felt like in this case, right, there's two other light-skinned men who are a lot lighter than homie she just popped.
Yeah.
But then pops this one, you remind me of my baby daddy. But you want to keep the melanin in the family.
Yeah. It was, I think that's why they were making faces. He's still making a face right now. They were all making faces just now when she did it. They were like, what? Just looking at the camera.
I've said it before. I've said it recently here in the stream. Like, yeah, women are colorist. They will say colorist things, and then I mean,
you can't
say
it.
And I can say these shows do like kind of exploit that colorism situation. So I just feel like if there was a rule to not say anything about color, maybe the show would go a lot different.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a thing that you're saying. It's these shows highlight a trend of different things, different types. Colorists, height was a thing. I feel like that's kind of it's starting to change a little bit. Hypergamy, so on, and it's gonna start getting to the point where that's gonna start getting a new tactic or something's gonna come out, or I feel like people gonna have to hide it, like you're saying, maybe not even bring it up, or something's gonna happen where maybe it's still there, I don't know, but it won't be as so prominent, or maybe it's gonna be hidden so that you can get through to the other things. The real nuggets.
That's why I was very conscious of making sure I didn't say anything about skin tone, which I didn't have a preference of skin tone. But when I had popped Alex's balloon, I felt like Spider-Man popped his because he assumed I wasn't into their color.
Yeah.
When he was the chosen one in the lineup.
You were the chosen one, Anakin. You were going to destroy them. Destroy yourself, not joining them. Oh yes, 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 yes.
So I felt like she wasn't really being honest. Honestly, she probably thought those two were the least attractive and just tried to be entertaining. But let's keep watching to see why I said that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Thank you for taking out my trash. I don't know your personality,
Ooh.
but just looks and things that I have been, going through. I just don't want to be reminded of that again.
I feel you. I understand that 100%. Don't know me though, but I get it.
I appreciate it.
That's so.
Okay.
That's
Name, age, what you do for a living, and why you just popped your balloon.
My name is Justice. I'm 25, and I run an apparel company. Just the kids. Yeah, I can do kids.
So you want kids, 2 kids?
I only have one kid, but I'm a bit older than you, and one is enough.
What, 3 years?
I appreciate that.
No, 1 year. Wait,
One,
she's
barely.
26.
She just turned 26.
That was a
Just
wild
had a
comment.
birthday.
She. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
You and me both.
I feel
I'm
like people should
confused.
round their age. They should round their age on that show.
But even is she? I'm gonna take a guess here. My theory is that is she so beautiful and she has so many options? And is she being cocky right now? And she's just so high up on her pedestal that she's like just looking down on all the options and she's like shitting on them, lack of a better word, crapping on them. Is that what's happening?
She just has a very strong personality.
But there's like no tact. That's no tact at all. No, there's strong, and then there's just
Strong
belligerent.
personality and doesn't leave the house at the same time.
So she has no social cues, no understanding of how to act social, how to speak to people socially without. You can get your point across without saying some of these things. So hey, even the 26 to 25 thing is like, are you? It's only 2 little things we just saw just now. We got more to go, but what do y'all think? I know you said she's in the house with strong personality. Freddie, any comment?
No, that's pretty rough. I mean, so we know she does something in law,
Oh yeah,
in legal realm. So I don't know if she's like a paralegal or a lawyer or a clerk. I mean, because that could be anything.
It's like more of like she's not a paralegal, she's under that.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so I imagine in that.
But she's around a lot of
direct.
men that have that kind of status to them. The
Yeah.
lawyers, judges. So.
Okay. All right. So let me just
All right, name.
let me go back just a little bit so I can hear that.
Okay. All right, appreciate that. All right, name, age, what you do for a living, why you popped your balloon.
My name is Ali. I'm 27. 28. I'm a filmmaker. And I think you're very beautiful. And I think your personality, you speak a lot about yourself. It's cool. Like, you seem like someone I would date. I just don't date women with kids.
I understand. That is not easy.
No disrespect.
No disrespect whatsoever.
And just the bloodline, you can't keep the bloodline from. So he got the pop. He got exempt from the one out of the 2. How that?
So long. More than one.
Right. He was like boom, bop. So why did he get exempt? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do have family that looks like you, so
Okay.
you're not excluded. But it's kind of more so the vibe. I'm a very energetically revolved person, so when it comes to that certain energy, then me and you, we kind of dabble in the same thing. So that's why I'm I'd rather keep it business than personal. But I didn't get that vibe from you, so yeah.
Some songs together.
Exactly.
Can we write some songs together?
We sure can.
What's it?
I sure am.
What's up? I could film your music videos up.
Do I have a music video?
I could film your music video.
You can film my music video. We'll keep in touch.
All right, appreciate it. Let's back up here. Just real quick, raise your hands, guys, that have balloons left. Do any of you have children? Boom, boom. Okay. So, with that being said, you said 1 is enough. Does that mean you don't have any more children?
Well, right now I'm one and done until I find that man that I know for a fact is going to be a really good father figure to my son, because I have a son myself. And I need to know for a fact that I'm going to be comfortable, because I can't go through the same thing that I went through before.
Okay, define comfortable if you don't mind.
I need to be able to be a woman. I don't want to operate in my masculinity while I'm pregnant again, ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Appreciate you sharing it with.
Yeah, she was traumatized in her
Yep.
pregnancy, and that's probably why she went to that man. Was like, hell no.
Yeah, I'd have to pop.
You pop on her.
Pop. Yeah.
Why?
Because she's hung up on that trauma. Like, it. I mean, if you look at her wrong, probably she's gonna go back to old buddy. Not go back like physically, but her mind has now associated you to
put you as that guy. Do you think, with that being said, it sounds like you're saying that maybe she's not healed from, she's not ready to probably date? Then if she's not healed
the
from
baby's
that,
a year old.
Oh yeah, no.
Two. What's it say? 5. The baby mama's still alive.
Yes,
Baby daddy's still alive.
You
5.
said
Still alive.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. So 2, you know, they still, I don't know, changing the diapers with you or something. Like, but I don't know. I don't know what her, I mean, she's out here trying to date. And I always say this, whether you're ready or not, whether we feel like they're ready or not, based off the trauma or whatever, I always commend them for always coming out to get on this show. Because you come on a public platform in front of people like us, scrutinizing every little thing and saying all this stuff, judging you and everything, and you're putting yourself out there. So kudos for that, because that's hard, you know. Just talking to somebody I know is hard. No one wants to say the right things. So commend you. But
if the child is under 5 years old,
for a man though, for an infant under 1, even an infant that's still in diapers, like, do y'all, if you're in that situation where you're dating a woman that has an infant that is not yours, like, do you feel bad for not showing up to the house with diapers, formula, baby wipes? Like, you know, like, do you have to naturally step up as a man? Do you feel like you gotta do that?
I mean, even just to win brown, I think some guys probably do it as a means of getting more brownie points. And I think, unfortunately, to women, they might see that as him taking interest in wanting to step up. But it just buys me more grace points. So yeah, you know, you're a single mom. I'm a single guy, but I like what I see. I want it. Entertaining her with baby Pampers and some formula or something could buy you more points as a guy that's just looking to get sexual access to a woman, unfortunately. Yeah.
Because, you know, with my mom dating, you know, while I was a child, like, there were men that were interested in being father figures, and some that just, we were a figment of his imagination. And my brother to some of her boyfriends where he just came from my mama.
Yep.
And we weren't there. She's out the house all the time. I'm watching my brother. She's out on dates, you know. So I hope she's like vocal about, you know, I like how she was vocal about being a father figure to her son currently before wanting to give someone else a baby.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of disadvantages, unfortunately, that come with wanting to go back out into the dating market for women. So it's almost imperative that they try to find a marriage-minded man or a man that wants to be with her throughout the entire pregnancy and with the child. Like, because again, we got men that are predators, child predators, right? We don't say like what could happen in relationships when the woman is dating and the man sees, oh, this is a way in. She needs help, and here I am. I'm Mr. Help, but he has an ulterior motive, and it's to get close to the child. So now women have to kind of take that into account. Like, is this a genuine interest, man? You know, you can't let the child be alone with the guy who you're in the home with ever. Like, how does that even work? Like, that's too much stress. That's too much work.
Yeah. I don't know. So to answer your original question about seeing a woman, kid under like 2 changing the diapers and stuff like that. Do you bring peppers, or whatever? I gotta tell you, so the kind of person I am, call me a nice guy, call me a softie or whatever. But if I came to the house and I saw, I can't just leave somebody to be like in that kind of situation, to be in trouble. Not that situation in particular, but so I saw somebody, their car broke down on the side of the road or something. I feel like, man, what if I just pull over and just help them or whatever? Or what if I help them change a tire or something? Don't always do that, I will say, admittedly, but I have stopped and helped people before. My whole point in saying that is that if I saw this woman and, I knew she had a kid or whatever, and I come over and I see that it is not whole, it's not stable. It's almost like Captain Save-A-Ho. It's like, dang, I just want to save her. Don't save me. Don't.
I think that's our natural proclivity as men. Yeah. Is that you want to be useful. We want to be useful. We want to be helpful. I like knowing that I do things that are of use. And then the second part of that is that you're appreciative of the things that I'm doing. So yeah, I think it's bad though sometimes when you see a single woman with a child, and then you're wanting to, I'm going to step in, like I'm going to, hey, you need to take little man down to the park. I got you. Take the day off. But
but I feel like there's an appropriate age of your child to get back into dating. I feel like a woman is so emotional, especially with an infant. They're gonna latch onto anyone that offers a little help and kind of not see the romantic benefit of it, but more of, this person is helping me raise my child and I cannot lose them. So it's gonna be harder if you lose interest, and you're gonna be guilty. For leaving. Because now that child has implanted on you. You've done skin to skin with that child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think there's a thing too, isn't it? Now here comes some conjecture a little bit. This is my information based off of like Law and Order episodes. But isn't there something like if you pour a lot of resources and a lot of time into that child over time, over years, and you're that primary father figure that they know, don't you kind of some point get on the hook financially for that? Like you can almost claim child support or something like that. I don't know. I don't have experience dating single mothers or anything, but
I feel like if you're involved with the child before it starts talking and walking and actually remembering things that happen, that's your child now.
Ooh. I think to that sentiment, in certain states, yes, if a woman can prove that you have taken on some form of paternal involvement to the child, yes, she can now go to the state and put you on child support if y'all go your separate ways.
That alone, nobody would even. Yeah, there's no way you would get in that kind of situation.
No way,
if
bro.
You care about your life, your resources, or whatever. So, oh man, wow.
Listen, thank you for letting them know as well. I just wanted to be clear and transparent in case you guys, had a child or wanted another child in the future. If she said the shop closed, you know what I mean?
About the pop.
Do you have any questions for these three guys? Maybe one question I can ask about 3 of them, and then I'm gonna have you pop one balloon after that.
Is your baby mama or any woman that you're involved with, does she really feel that you belong to her?
Okay, so does your baby mama feel like,
or any woman that
or is there any woman out there that feel like that's my man?
My name is Alex. I'm 33. I work in the nightlife and I have my own business. And for my child's mother, no, we have a good co-parenting situation. Currently, they're living in Houston at the moment, so miss my daughter a lot.
I'm a social media coordinator. I don't really have any contact with a baby mama because I don't have babies. And been single for a while now.
All right, I'm taking for face value.
Okay. I'm Courtney. I'm 30 years old. I work for American Airlines, also full-time musician as well as content creator. I have a great relationship with my baby mother. No woman on here could say that. We talk because I'm very transparent. I do not play about having mixed intentions or anything like that. So it's not happening.
Okay then.
Pretty good answers, right?
Those are pretty good answers.
All right. I was gonna let you pop one, but we're gonna give them an opportunity to ask you a question. Get to know you a little bit more.
Ask me a question.
You have any of you have any questions for her?
How do you handle conflict in a relationship?
How do I handle conflict? The best thing I like to do is to just talk about it. That's one thing about me. I talk, and I'm gonna keep talking about it until it doesn't bother me anymore, until I potentially forget about it. But the key word here is until.
Yeah, that sounds like a man.
All right. Do you have a question?
That sounds like she's gonna be in your face, hounding you down until she gets the answer that she wants to hear. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know if y'all heard that same thing, but
Yeah, I felt the same way. I felt like
she actually put on Instagram today. She said it was like a note. It was this like talking until I win or something like that. Like she is arguing.
No. That's
Yep.
not good.
No.
And,
that sound
and
good?
homeboy with the beads. He was just like, bro, she worse than me.
Yeah. I like peace. Oh man, I love my peace. Yeah, man.
I don't understand that. What do you think you're gonna get out of that? What
They
do you
like the
think you're gonna
excitement.
get out of that?
The excitement is the ups and downs. Ebbs and flows. It keeps things exciting, not stagnant. They don't like boring. So monotony is for monotony to someone who likes something new, change.
Yeah.
It won't work. It won't work. She'll just end up calling you boring, and then probably cheat on you and then leave.
I was gonna say the only kind of guy that is gonna deal with that is not gonna be the kind of guy that she's gonna want. It's gonna be a simp dude that's like, oh yeah, sorry ma'am, thank you ma'am, or something like that. Which you gonna walk. It'll be fun, kind of cool to walk all over or whatever, but it's not gonna be serious. Hey, I gotta go off screen real quick. I'll be right back. Yep. Give me just a second.
So we've got a baby mama with 2 baby daddies left.
Oh, that's who's next.
No, as in right now.
Oh, okay. Of the guys to pick from.
Yeah. So they all got kids. So it's just like, may the best daddy win.
Yeah, I mean, again, we said it before. I think that is the best case scenario for people with kids. Is to deal with other people with kids. If you absolutely cannot go back to the mother or father of your children.
Yeah. But I feel like Alex, right? He said he doesn't have his daughter, his daughter's in Houston. I'm just like, I feel like I could also make the exception for if your child and the child's mother is in a whole other state, like you have no access. But it might be a problem if you're gonna be like, all right, babe, I'm about to go to Houston, spend the week with my daughter. Where are you staying? Where are you sleeping? I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
But then that also means I have to interact with the baby mama. And one thing about me, I'm not really too big on meeting. I like meeting family, but if I have to get to know your baby mama, it's because your child is either around me a lot or we're getting married and your child is expected to be around me.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But there's no reason to be friends with your significant other's baby mama as a woman.
Yeah, that's wild. And seeing it from your side makes a lot of sense, because that's exactly what I would tell a guy who's single, and he's entertaining the idea of potentially dating a woman. It's like, like what you said, like, man, if the child's under 5 and I'm just going to assume you're still having sexual relations with the parent. That's just like my opinion as well, because at any point in time, you get that feeling. You already are going to have a lot of interaction with that person, and y'all had a serious enough relationship to create a child. So that's a forever bond.
Yeah.
Went half on the DNA with him. Mm-mm.
Hey, you want to go half on this baby with me real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's kind of childish, but my favorite question to ask is, when's the last time you done something for the first time, and what was it?
The last time that I done something for the first time was probably in November when I was about to get on a hot air balloon, but the weather was bad. So that's probably the first time.
Wait.
Last November, obviously. In Orlando. In downtown. Well, it's not downtown Disney no more. It's Disney Springs. Yeah.
I think that's a great question too. It's not a bad question. And why'd you pop your balloon?
It's just the way it was presented. I don't know you, so I'm just taking it like how I felt when you said it. It just reminded me of things that I've been through already. So like I'm big on forgiveness. I understand like things happen and people get hurt. But like I'm not finna.
Yeah.
Not even that I want you to forget it. It's just like once we're over it, like we don't need to keep looking back. If that makes sense.
I understand. Yeah. So can I like piggyback on that a little bit? So once we come to a common agreement, then there's no reason for me to bring that up anymore. But as long as you understand like the principle of the situation and like if that really hurt me, of course I'm gonna bring it up to you. Like I need you to understand where I'm coming from as a woman. So I would just need to understand where you're coming from as a man, because I don't speak man, obviously. But you know.
Okay. What? Oh, what was that? Okay. I understand what you're saying a little bit there, because I can. You know how you have an argument with somebody, and they will kind of change the subject, or they'll go off point. It's like, okay, for instance, I'll give you a hypothetical. It's like, let's say I was talking to Bobby, and Bobby, I guess he cut me off in mid-sentence or something like that. Something really, really important I was trying to say, and he cut me off, and he said something else, completely off subject. I was like, hey, Bobby, man, you keep cutting me off, and I don't like it. It's very rude. It's like, no, man, you were talking a lot. You was really slow, and you was talking a lot. It's like, that's not the point. Like, you're missing what I'm trying to say here. It's like, if you're not understanding how this hurt me and you just apologize, so I'll stop talking, I can get that. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Well, are you sorry? Or are you just saying that so I'll shut up? Or you saying so I'll shut up. You're not really actually like understanding what I'm saying. So if that's what she's describing right there. It's like, hey, understand what I'm saying, because I don't talk man or whatever. I don't know. But
that's true. Okay, I understand it, because I'm guilty of doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
Can we look at how Mr. Military Man standing, by the way, when you pause?
Yeah. Oh boy.
He's just catching these strays, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you breaking that down. Would you like me to balloon back?
Wait.
Yeah.
Appreciate you breaking.
I don't speak man, obviously. But you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you breaking that down. Would you like me to balloon back? Okay, so we have 3 balloons. You have to pop one.
Just on principle, you gotta pop the guy with the
decision. Okay. I'm so sorry, Mother, but I have to be with somebody that understands what's like.
Got the balloon back. You got it pop.
So she wants a child.
No hard.
Watch you pop his balloon.
So she has to go record again.
So being a single mother for 3 years and not really being able to be successful and explaining myself in the situation, they're like, oh, why are you always choosing your kid? My kid comes before you regardless. And when we actually make it to that step to being in a committed relationship, then of course there's going to be compromise. You know, like then, you know, I'll be like, okay, my child is not responsible for my emotional business. You know what I mean? I don't want him to feel that way. So I want him to be, you know, around his mother and a man who loves his mother genuinely and be able to, you know, not reflect the problems that we have going on in front of my child. I've experienced that before, and I don't want to say it on camera, but I will do something to a man about my son. So
what?
Like, I'm not threatening you.
Yeah.
What?
She will.
So I gotta go look up the booking bladder?
Yeah, she will delete you.
I'm about.
I'm not gonna lie. I know where I know her family. Like I know like her cousins and stuff, and they get active if you piss them off.
Yeah,
She's from my city too.
Mm-mm.
She's the worst one so far. She's
No.
she's absolutely the worst. One of the worst female contestants I've ever seen on an entire Pop the Balloon.
Whoa, what?
Yes.
No,
I'm the one, not the worst, but one of the worst.
Hyperbole, man.
No. Are you really? You don't think so?
I don't.
You don't think so?
I think of the lineup, yes, but not of the show. No.
Of all shows.
Of all the shows, no.
Of all the Pop Balloons I've seen, it's just she. It's not even I don't see a compromise. Even she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. But
she gets attention. She gets attention. So again, that's the.
Other than that, it's just she hasn't said anything right to me yet, and we haven't even gotten to like the other little things, you know, the cooking and the spending quality time and all that kind of stuff. Like I feel like she's sounds like a threat, and I know she's about to explain it here in a few seconds, but it sounds very, very argumentative, like not even argumentative, but like attacking argumentative. It sounds like she still has some things she's dealing with her baby, trying to navigate around that, the trauma that came from the baby daddy or whatever, the light skin versus the colors, all this kind of BS she's talking about there.
Now she got 2 light skins left.
Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
There's not even there's no room. There's no room to like it other than how she looks.
Yeah, I think there's some things that are better left unsaid, and they're kind of understood. Mama bears, they are protective of their children. That's understood. I mean, unless you're a horrible mom, you're going to be protective of your children. What should not be said to a guy that you're trying to, court, or to a guy that you want to court you, is, I will hurt you. I will delete you over my child.
She said she's so comfortable saying that. That's my thing.
She's a small little chihuahua with a big bark. Okay.
Yeah.
She is petite. She's tiny.
Yeah. You're like what, 105 soaking wet. Like, yo.
Yeah. All right.
To know exactly how to treat a woman and exactly how he's supposed to express himself as a man. So that's all that. So just as you don't have no kids, there's nothing wrong with that. Please wait until you're ready. But I need to be with somebody that understands why I choose my child over conflict in situations.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Do you date people that like don't have kids though? Because like they understand that.
Of course, as long as you're open minded.
Then yeah.
So why are you
podcast?
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you reaching back for that.
See, what about that kind of like showed me that you're good at communication.
I appreciate it.
Say he was a lawyer, so I was like, okay, that makes a lot.
Well, I'm not a lawyer. I do work in law.
Oh, okay, my fault.
But I probably I wouldn't want to opt to be a lawyer. Paralegal at most, but that's it.
Okay, but
yeah,
still very great communication.
Thank you.
Like, okay, you can work with that.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. All right, so the last 2 gentlemen with balloons, y'all have any questions?
What would you say your red flags are? I'm not gonna lie, your answers are all literally perfect.
My red flags, I don't like to talk every single day. Well, I don't like to talk all day, every single day. We can talk every day. A little check-in, send me a little song that make you think about me, a picture like this flower is cute. I thought about you, something like that. But I am not, as much as I'm talking to y'all here, this is as much as you're gonna get out of me if I'm not at work or with my son. So I don't like to talk.
Can I say this?
That's not good.
Do you need that back though?
I'm sorry?
Do you need somebody who does communicate? Like a lot?
Yes. So like a lot of my expressions will be in like my body language or my face. But when it comes to actually being able to express myself, I would say that this is probably the best that I've done in a very long time.
So that's a huge red flag, because what I got out of that is I'm going to be chasing you constantly and looking for some kind of validation in my communication with you. And I got almost guess based off of your facial expression. I know that's a little bit exaggeration, but I mean, she kind of said it for herself that you can tell from my face and my body expression. But I don't really talk as much. This is the most I talk, and from what she said, I ain't like almost none of it. So, you know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm saying as well? What I'm picking up as well?
Yeah, I mean,
You gonna communicate with her?
you're good. Yeah.
That's yeah. All right.
Do you have a question?
Was she the last contestant?
No.
No.
All right. Do you have anything for the two? And I'm happy pop one if they still have both of them.
I think I told my important questions.
Okay. All right. So at this moment, I'm going to have you pop one balloon.
Are we finally going to get a match?
Well, I say she hasn't matched with Courtney because she don't like the lights.
If it with my own too.
Okay.
History now. I'm happy to step over.
We stuck cool though. We stuck cool.
All right. So, do y'all have any final questions for one another? Anything that's on the top of your head you think about, or you can ask at a later date, maybe
They kind of go
on the
together,
first day.
honestly.
I have two questions.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead.
Are you talking
They
to
look
anyone
alike.
right now that thinks that she may be your girlfriend? Two, how far are you from West Palm Beach?
No, I stay in Lauderhill, which is like 40 minutes. I grew up in Palm Beach, so
You grew up in Palm Beach. Sorry, that was the third question. Rhetorical.
I
Okay.
grew up in Wellington.
Interesting. I won't say too much.
All right. Maybe you can say a little bit more much on you guys' first date. Yeah. But y'all dropping cities. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want that.
Mr. What is that? The spicy content man.
All right.
Oh yeah.
That was a match.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have a match, guys. Well,
Now, how would that work for her, being that she works in law? I mean, she's not a lawyer, but like,
Oh, a lot of her stuff is
yeah,
very transparent with his text and stuff like
based
that.
on like his social media presence and the kind of stuff that he does.
Okay. Let me chime in because now this is a hot topic on social media since me and him follow each other. So he is going off on the narrative that I lied about him having OnlyFans quality content, right?
Okay.
So I've actually went into me and Courtney's DMs. We've known each other since 2018, and we had a lot of DMs of interacting with each other's content. There were multiple times where we attempted to speak, but like I just wasn't letting the conversation go, like anywhere, you know. Back in the day, he was very, 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 very raunchy. Like, you know, I've seen videos of him swinging his pelvis back and forth to, you know, make some movement in his shorts. I've seen him do the shadow challenge during COVID with the red light, and he had a girl, you know, just a bunch of things that is no longer on there, right? I've had Courtney muted on social media for the last 2 years, right? So I don't know nothing. So when I seen him for the first time in like 2-3 years, I'm like, bruh, last time I seen you, you was doing God knows what to a girl on Instagram. Now there's nothing. He kind of scrubbed everything, right? I saved some things before the show aired just in case. But now he's going off about, like there's no content on his page. It's not that deep. But on Tuesdays, he shares a lot of memes and tweets. And, you know, even his TikToks, it's very sexually charged, like I said. So he cleaned up. He knew.
Interesting.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. Yeah, we content.
So they're gonna work out. He cleaned up.
He cleaned up.
This is me publicly saying I'm not crazy. I'm not tweaking. I'm not chatting. Okay.
Yeah.
We knew what happened, and we had about 6 days to clean up our acts before this episode aired.
Okay.
So with that being said, do you think that this is just the change for the show, or do you think he's probably genuinely turned a new leaf over?
Maybe he's toned down. Don't forget, social media has AI to register when something's not appropriate. Things probably got taken down over time. But I saw what I saw. social media was very lenient in 2018. We still had Tumblr and their sexual content, Twitter and their sexual content, so
Yeah. That's,
things disappear. The internet's not forever sometimes.
I don't know.
But I remember things. I'm an ex-journalist.
So, man, this is kind of a wow. This is kind of a scoop. Can I ask you? Do you know if they're still together, or still kind of dating on, or ongoing?
Don't forget this. Don't forget. This was filmed last Saturday.
Oh yeah. So this is new. This is new.
So they are hanging out. They are still speaking. The last time I asked her, like, "Are you enjoying your man?" I said, are y'all okay? She's like, "Yeah, we hung out a few times. They're probably still hanging out." Not that I'm in her face every day in their business. I don't really care for him or her like that. But together, the last thing I heard was they've hung out a few times and they're planning more dates.
Okay.
I just don't want to see any content between them.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Hey, it might pop up on your feed next Tuesday, or what was it?
Yeah, Sugar Tuesdays.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
It was very shocking. It was very shocking because after my round, I went in and said, "There's a dude out there I knew that does basically soft porn." This is based off of what I saw in 2020 before I muted him. So, she was like, "Oh my God, I hope I understand who you're talking about." And then when we got released out the room, I mouth dropped.
Yeah.
And I just stayed quiet because you know what, Alex, like it wasn't meant for you. Let them be happy, and that's what I gotta do.
Okay.
But he's dragging my name through the mud right now on Instagram. He's got supporters against me.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You kind of brought up you kind of touched on a little something there. I think I called it before blowing up the spot. I think we would talk about that a little bit. Is that poison in the well, blowing up the spot, and all that kind of stuff? What do you think about? Is there such thing as a sister code? This last video me and Freddie filmed, we were talking about the bro code and how is it appropriate to tell your homeboy that he's potentially dating the neighborhood bicycle? She gets around. My boy is talking to her. It's like, should I be telling my boy? It's like, yo, man, she's been, I've been with her, he been with her, like she got around. Like, I just want you to know. What you do with that information is up to you, but I just want you to know. So it sounds like maybe that's something you were doing there. What are your thoughts on that? Is that something, you're typically cool with, or was that just a one-time situation with that guy as a social media or what?
I went on the show expecting to see new people, right? And I was just kind of pissed that one of the 7 was someone I knew and really wasn't interested in. And, the fact that my round really focused on what I thought about his social media and it really affected everyone else's thoughts about me. And it was just kind of a waste of my time. It really had me hot. And out of emotions, I was just like, bro, like, that nigga ain't shit.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But like in that regards to that scenario you just gave me, like everyone has a person and people just need to experience it themselves. So when I saw them together, I'm like, at the end of the day, she just have to figure it out herself. She just have to experience it. Like, she doesn't know me. She doesn't have to trust me. So, they matched. They looked very happy, when we were leaving, they were hugging up on each other, and I gotta give it to them.
Well,
she seems strong enough to deal with what I didn't want to deal with.
Oh yeah, she's strong. She's big strong. But so now, going back again though, just kind of more generically, and for you personally, what if it was somebody you did know? What if it was one of your girls or one of your friends that you did know, and it wasn't in this pop the balloon? She just kind of came up and was like, "Hey, I met this guy Alex, and I just like him so much, and I just want to date him and all this kind of stuff." Do you reveal to her like, "Hey, all this stuff," or do you kind of keep it to yourself and just let it happen?
So this actually happened in real life, where I was just like, it was like my ex-best friend's ex-boyfriend, and a girl that I knew, not so close to, you know, she was hinting like, I want to talk to this dude. And I'm like, I've seen this man drag my ex-best friend through the mud, and he's just not the best. Like, I personally date him. So I'm just like, you know, honestly, like, there's things that I know about him. I'm not going to ruin your experience. People gotta learn.
What?
So you wouldn't say
People gotta learn. It's a choice, and again, with time, people change.
Oh no.
With
See,
different
I didn't
people,
mention that.
people act a certain way. You know, somebody's gonna treat me like crap and then go kiss the ground, worship the ground that someone walks on, like the next person, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, there's a joke with me. Every man that I deal with, like especially in the last 5 years, they get married to the next woman that they speak to. Like,
that's a movie.
That was in Seinfeld too. Yeah.
And I've had 2 guys I've spoken to go back to their ex and marry them after me. Like I traumatized them.
I'm about to say, not to
like I am husband boot camp.
Oh, okay, I like it. Husband boot camp.
But I learned how to mind my business, and karma's very real in that aspect for me. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and ruin something that could happen. It's just like if you could possibly kill someone that has the cure for cancer or something, like just let it be.
Uniquely, that's gonna be uniquely a thing that women do more than men, because we were talking about it last stream. No, I'm telling them. I'm telling homie.
I think men tell it all. Even if you didn't ask, we'll probably tell. They tell all this stuff. It's if you're close.
I would drop enough clues to where he would start inquiring. Then he's like, well, "What do you know about Stacy?" Oh, wait, you're Stacy? I don't know too much, but from what I heard,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like other men aren't stopping other men to like deal with me. Like I said, a lot of men deal with me in private, and I don't pop out with anyone, so they're not gonna risk being in incognito asking questions, because why are you asking about Lex? You seeing her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interested, you know? So
yeah.
And like I said, I'm very big in the party scene here in the clubs, and I book people for things. You know, people have to like respect me here. So it's just like they don't want to have that nepotism of being involved with me or anything like that.
So now you said it again about the private versus the social, but now I'm starting to feel like, do you feel some kind of way about that? Like, how do you feel about that? Because it sounds like he's okay with having you in private, but it's like, dang, why won't you call me out in public? Like, why won't you claim me? Like, for real? Do you see it that way, or is it you're like, you know what, we know what we're both getting into, we're both adults, it's all good?
It's like what's understood is to be explained, but at the same time, like if I see you in a mutual place and you don't give me that energy, that like if I'm in the grocery store and you're in the grocery store and you ignore me, like I'm gonna have a problem. But if we're in a huge social setting where I'm always at a party or club, it's very political and controversial for people to see me like talking to a man a certain way, and they're gonna be like, oh, like Lex is with this person, and this is a lot of talk. You know, just avoid some gossip and whatnot. And then women, right, if they want to be you so bad, they're gonna try to take your man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or even like your homeboy is gonna see you and your girl. Homeboys are ruthless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a big flex. It's a weird flex when women do it, but it's a big flex for a man to get another man's woman, because it's a form of domination. Yeah. I did less to get what you have.
Yeah. I have a fantasy of being really private and popping out publicly married with kids.
That'd be hard to do, I think, but that would be pretty bad.
Like I want to break the internet with all of a sudden I have a few kids and a husband. Like we thought I was single this whole time, you know?
Yeah. Wow. I had something on my mind, but I forget now. That was really, really great insight on that. Dang, it's gonna come back. I feel like I'm losing it, but no, it's good. All right, let's continue.
was definitely unexpected. Just looking forward to, you know, what the future holds.
I mean, I'm Pisces, so I'm a little passionate. I turned around, I felt it, so
Okay.
that's all I can say with that.
All right, I saw y'all over there conversing, conversating a little bit, vibing.
They
What
look
y'all
alike.
do for your first date, the first hangout? What do you think?
We were just talking about that.
Okay.
So hopefully after this we can get it settled because I'm ready to eat.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Before we get to the last contestant, I want to ask you,
Oh, the last
why
one?
haven't you hit the like
Okay.
button